Hi, I'm Nehemiah, and welcome back to another episode of 1-800 Spotlight Blink. And here's our special guest, Mr. Popovich. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Mr. Popovich.
So, Mr. Popovich, what's your story?
What's my story? Let's see here. I grew up not too far from here, about 35, 40 minutes in a little town called Staunton, about 5,000 people. I grew up there with my mom and my dad, an older brother and an older sister. Um, Come from a family of teachers. Everybody teaches in my family. The only one that didn't was my dad. Now I'm married, three kids. I coach. So, it's pretty much who I am.
So, you said that you grew up in a small town. So, what did you do to have fun there?
we There wasn't a lot to do. Obviously, I had a group of friends that I would hang out with, and probably three or four buddies. We'd hang out at his parents' house, and we constantly watched sports. We played sport. I played a lot of sports. I was a three-sport athlete in high school. I played football for 4 years, basketball for four, baseball for three, and then track for one. So I mean, that's it. Between that and schoolwork and hanging out with my friends, that was pretty much. There wasn't a lot to. I mean, we had a Subway, a Dairy Queen, and a Hardee's. We didn't even have a McDonald's. There's not a lot in the town, but that's okay.
Okay. So, you mentioned that you play a lot of sports. So, what's your favorite sports team?
My favorite sports team. Ooh. I would say that I'm gonna throw you for a loop here. I love football. You guys know I love football, but I am a Blackhawks fan. I am a diehard Blackhawks fan. I love hockey. I love all Chicago teams: though. Bears, Bulls, Blackhawks, Cubs, obviously. So it's hard to pick one. Probably the Blackhawks, though.
So, how long have you and your wife been married?
Oh my gosh, you're putting me on the spot here. I probably should know that. It'll be 8 years next June. It's been 7 years. Yeah, June 19th, 2010. And I remember the year because the Blackhawks won the Stanley Cup that year. And she knows that's how I remember it too. So it's not like I'm telling her something. So,
What impact do you want to have on the world?
whew. You know what? Teaching you guys about being good people, being kind. I know we talk about character ed and being kind and stuff like that. I'd say that that'd probably be the biggest thing. I want you guys to be good citizens, and then come back and talk to me and show me that you've been successful. That's I mean, and now I'm at the age where I've got kids coming back and talking to me about the impact that I made, and kids that I had are now married and they have children, and you look at it and you're just. It's crazy how they grow up, and how, as both as a coach and a teacher, you get to shape their lives. So that's a big one for me.
So, why are you so interested in us succeeding and doing what we want to do when we get older?
I mean, first of all, that's my job. My job is to make sure that you guys are taking care of business academically, but also leaving here better people. I think the reason I'm passionate about it is because, I mean, there's a lot of people that make an impact in this world. I mean, you've got doctors, you've got engineers, so many different. I mean, everybody. We talk about it all the time. Everybody makes an impact, and I can make a huge impact just because the future's in my class. And if I never want you guys to leave with negative thoughts or anything like that. I want you guys to always be positive, and I don't know. I like seeing you guys be successful. I want to see you maximize your potential.
Okay. So, who's your role model and why?
My role model. Ooh, I've had a couple. Scott Tonzer's one of them. Scott Tonzer's he's the athletic director at Jerseyville High School right now. He was my head football coach in high school. He was very just an awesome guy. Taught me to love the game, taught me to be respectful, and learned so much from the game. Um, I would say that my brother's probably my role model. I wouldn't tell him that, but I would say he is, just because of oh man, he's a phenomenal teacher. He's an unbelievable teacher. He's incredibly driven, and I look at him, and I know he's a good dad. I know he's a good husband. So you look at him and you think you'd like to be like him. So
What are a couple things that you're passionate about?
obviously passionate about football. I'm passionate about teaching. Let's give you some off the wall stuff that I'm passionate about. I am passionate about food. Oh, I love food. I love food. I love everything about it. I love to cook. I love to grill. I love to eat. I'm passionate about Mountain Dew. No, I've quit that. I've quit Mountain Dew, but I am passionate about Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew is amazing too. So I'm passionate about a lot of things. I'm passionate about my kids. My kids are pretty cool. Thankfully, they look like their mom, but I'm very passionate about them. So, you know,
Okay. So it's time for the fun questions. Who is your
they've already
celebrity
been
crush?
fun. They've already been fun.
The
But
funny
all right,
questions.
the fun. Oh, funny questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you had unlimited money for one day, what would you do with it?
Unlimited money. I thought you were getting ready to ask me about a celebrity crush, by the way. Unlimited money. I was like, what? Okay, unlimited money for a day. What would I do? I would obviously want to travel. That would be awesome. I would probably, man, I'd love to take my wife to Italy. That would be amazing if I had the money to do that. I would, or go down to the beach. There's a lot of things I'd do with that. I mean, I'd go spend a ton. I'd have a lot of cool stuff that I can't justify buying right now, but I'd totally do that.
Who's your celebrity crush?
Well, we are going to ask that question. Oh, man. Okay, so I've got two of them. Keira Knightley. Whew. Like, especially when she does the accent in Pirates of the Caribbean, you know what I'm talking about? Like, she's incredibly hot. And then what is the girl's name off of Big Bang? Kaylee, is it Cuoco? Am I saying that right? You know what I'm talking about off the Big Bang?
Which one?
Blonde hair?
The blonde haired one?
That one?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Her first name's Kaylee. She's not bad on the eyes either. So and those are my two celebrity crushes.
Would you marry one of your celebrity crushes or marry your spouse and be rich?
Ooh. So wait a second. If I can marry my spouse and I was going to be rich, or I can marry my celebrity crush and just not be rich? Is that
No,
what your
you'd
question?
still be rich. They'd still be a celebrity.
I don't know. If I could be rich with my spouse, that would be cool. That'd be really cool. Obviously, I'd want to be with my wife, just in case she's watching this. I think that. I mean, my gosh, I wouldn't want that attention. I wouldn't want the attention that comes with being with a celebrity. I don't like that. Would be nonsense. I feel terrible for those people to a certain extent. Not terrible, but to a certain extent, bad.
Okay. So, what is your biggest fear in the world?
Whales, killer whales. I'm terrified of killer whales. I've showed you guys blackfish that show. I'm absolutely terrified of them. I like the idea of treading around in that tank and having that, not knowing where that whale is, and potentially coming up and grabbing you by the foot. Like, you get in the ocean, you think about that stuff too. I'm just saying, I'm terrified of that. Yes, that's yeah. I'm scared of that.
Do you believe in aliens?
Based on some of the kids in my class, yes. I think that Sanchez is probably from a good. No, I'm kidding. I love Sanchez. I don't know. I don't know. That whole ignorance is bliss thing too. I don't know if I want to know if aliens are real. Maybe they are. Roswell, New Mexico. Maybe. I don't know.
Would you rather get rid of killer whales or fulfill your biggest regret?
Ooh, I'd rather fulfill my biggest regret. I think that, I mean, I'm not around, like, I'm in Illinois. I'm not really not around too many killer whales. I think I'm okay. All right. But probably fulfill my biggest regret. Yes.
What song best describes you and why?
Song best describes me and why. Um, I don't know. That's a good question. I like the "Shut Up and Dance" by, what is that? Walk the Moon. Is that what the name of the group is? I like that one. I like to dance though. I like to dance like nobody's watching. So I enjoy that. My daughter's always, and my son too. We always dance to that together.
If you could look like one person, who would it be and why?
Obviously, it would be probably, I don't even know. Maybe Mr. McGovern. I mean, he's a good looking dude. No, I don't know. I have no idea what guy. I'm pretty content with. How about this? I'd like to have a little more hair up top. You know what I'm saying? So somebody like that. We'll go with that.
If you had an autobiography, what would it be called?
Ooh, man, an autobiography. What would it be called? Every day is different. I don't even know. Every day is different would be a good one. My gosh, you just kind of learn to roll with things. Your kids drive you crazy, but then the next day you love them. I mean, you love them all the time, but yeah, every day is different.
What do you think about when you're alone?
Typically, football. I know that sounds terrible, but like when I run or when I'm doing anything, like you just like that's the kind of the first thing that pops up. And I'll think about. I mean, I'll think about other things obviously too, but when I'm alone, you're thinking about what you need to do, what you need to do differently and stuff like that.
So you and Mr. McGovern are very similar. Like, how did you guys meet? And are you
Similar
just, like, best
because
friends?
of how
Like, you guys think about the same stuff, and like you guys kind of act the same.
Okay. How did we meet? We met when we got ready to coach this year together. We met last spring, I guess it would have been, or maybe even closer to Christmas. We sat, or maybe it was in the spring. We sat down and we met, and they, we kind of hit it off right off the bat. He and I are both energetic guys, and we kind of march to the beat of our own drum. We're a little weird. We probably get along. I've had other people that I've worked with too that have been like that too. It's more fun to be around somebody like that.
Why are you so interested in John F. Kennedy?
Because I'm a big conspiracy theory kind of guy. I like to go ahead and I like to dissect the possibility that maybe it wasn't Lee Harvey Oswald. Maybe there are other people involved, and I mean, there's just a lot of information about that assassination that fascinates me. Also, his time period as being a president, just how young he was, and how he kind of he was a powerful speaker, and just everything else that kind of went on with his presidency. I mean, between Cuban Missile Crisis and just there's so much going on. So I like JFK.
If you could live in one country, which would it be and why?
This country, no doubt. And it's not even I mean, I'd like to visit other countries, but I'm well aware of what exactly I have here. I'm incredibly thankful for what I have here. Thankful for the opportunity to be able to speak my mind openly and not have to worry about it. Um, I love where I live.
If you could own one major city, which city would it be?
The city of Chicago, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I love that place.
If you could choose one state to build a prosperous business, where would it be?
One state to build a prosperous business. Ooh. Obviously, my family's down in Illinois. I'd like to live in Hawaii. That would be kind of cool. I mean, that would be neat. I could totally see myself going there and just like having a jet ski rental place where I'm just living on the beach, literally doing nothing. I mean, I could do that. That's probably what I would pick.
What is your favorite food?
I love food. I love pizza. I love Jack in the Box tacos. I love White Castle. I love roast beef from Arby's. I love tacos. I love chicken. I love ribs. I love pork chops, pork steaks, steaks in general. I love French fries. I love baked potatoes. I love the list goes on and on. You can't make me pick one. I love food.
So, what is your favorite movie?
I'm a huge Tom Hanks fan. Huge Tom Hanks fan. But I'm also a Vince Vaughn fan. I'd probably say Wedding Crashers. I really like Wedding Crashers with Vince Vaughn. But I also like Step Brothers. Step Brothers is pretty much it depends on what kind of mood I'm in. There's a lot of different movies I could go with.
Okay, so this is the last question. What do you plan to do after you retire?
I don't know if I'm ever going to retire. No, I'm kidding. What do I plan on doing after I retire? I am going to probably live in a van down by the river. No, I am. I don't know. I'm 35 years old. I hope I don't retire anytime soon. I probably want to travel. I would imagine travel. That's something that I would really like doing. And right now, I can't do a ton of it, especially during the fall, because obviously we're in school and you've got football and summer football as well. So, yeah.
So I'm your host Nehemiah, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of 1-800 Spotlight Bling.
And hi guys, we're the production crew behind this whole thing. This Popovich, thank you for coming to our interview and making this happen. We really enjoyed having you, and hopefully you guys will tune back into another episode of What